Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thanks for joining us in another one here on the Coach's Desk. We appreciate you being here. Thanks to my new subscribers. Thanks to my forever subscribers. You know, you have been here from day one and really appreciate you. If you're new, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So let's get into the meat of the matter. We'll be talking about the women's 100-meter hurdles. And of course, we always lament about this event, that it is one of the most competitive events. Whenever you see these ladies line up, whether it is on a Diamond League, whether it is at the Jamaica trials, whether it is at the US trials, it is always something spectacular. It is always a stacked field, if you ask me. You know what I mean? So it is always good to see these ladies line up, because this event is technical. You know, it's about cadence, it's about precision, it's about keeping that rhythm going. You know what I mean? And you have to ensure that you clear that hurdle with the proper technique to ensure that you get to that line. And of course, you know, the ladies, they clear 10 hurdles, and that is significant. So, you know, their endurance has to be there. So let's get into the time. Masai Russell, 12:22. She took that one. Grace Stark was second, 12:31. I mean, Alasia Johnson, 12:36. Kenny Harrison, 12:37, which is a season best for her. Tanae Marshall, 12:40, season best. Alia Armstrong, 12:55. Christina Clemons, 12:56. Destiny Huven, 12:81, and Renaya Jones, 12:88. Incidentally, these three ladies were the same ladies that actually represent Team USA in Paris. So that's a good thing to have them, you know, competing. Again, they are used to each other, but they have to go out there, you know, and compete with the rest of the world. And, you know, the hurdles, again, like I said, it's a very, very competitive event. I mean, several persons were looking at, you know, world record, you know, because the atmosphere is good, and that's where Toby Amerson actually got the world record. So persons were looking to see a Masai Russell getting that world record. But of course, you know that Masai Russell had some sort of setback where she was injured, and she pulled back a little bit, and definitely she is actually back into the groove. And for her to come back and run 12:2, obviously her background training was very, very good, and her active rest was very good as well. So she wasn't able to actually, you know, go back to a point where she would not want to be. So definitely it is a good look. Grace Stark, she has been up and coming. She has been, you know, biting on the bit. She has been doing whatever she needs to do to ensure that she get among the top competitors in this event. And in well, she is one of the top competitor in the event. You know, 12:31, of course, that is pretty fast. And Alasia Johnson, the young lady who has been through a lot. I'm not certain if she has a shoe sponsor to date, but I mean, she has been putting in the work. Back-to-back championship team, that's a good look. And I mean, if she can just get it together and the sponsors see her, I don't know why, but it is what it is. The sponsors definitely look for something that we, the fans and commentators, don't look at. But nonetheless, this was a very good 100-meter hurdles finals. And when you match up these ladies with the rest of the world, obviously these ladies are, you know, on par. They are pretty much right in the mix, pretty much ahead of some of the other competitors out there. But of course, you know, the hurdles, again, I will continue to say it in this report, that the hurdles is an unforgiving event. It is a competitive event, and it is on the day where you go out there and you actually execute your event. Because I mean, having so many fast ladies beside you clearing those hurdles, you know, you have to put on really what you call a blinder to ensure that you are not focused on what is beside you, but pay attention to your lane, to your hurdle, because that is what it is about. You have to ensure that you're fully focused to get the job done. As it stands, Masai Russell, the Olympic champion, she seemed to be sitting in the driver's seat at the moment. But certainly you have a Toby Amerson, the world record holder. Yes, she can't be ruled out. in no way, shape, or form. She has been working out with a Glenn Mills. She seems to have gotten faster, and once she gets faster, then you know that all they have to do is to get that hurdles technique in such a way that they can maximize speed and hurdle combination to get her to do what she needs to do. So that she's one that we can't rule out. She has been there, done that. And certainly she is one of those contenders. And of course, you have the three Jamaicans in Danielle Williams. Danielle Williams is a true competitor. She's the reigning champion, and I'm certain that she's cooking. She's putting her stuff together. You can never rule out Danielle Williams. You can never. They have spoken a lot about her when she won her first world championship in 2015, that, it is because of this and it is because of that. And then she came back in 23 and did the unthinkable. She did it against a very stacked field, you know what I mean? And then you have the Akira Nugent, who is right in there as well. She is fast, 12-2 at her best. So this event is going to be very, very, very competitive. And I think Akira have some events coming up. So we're certainly going to see her getting sharp, getting into the groove, getting into the mix, to get her at her best. She, especially her and Masai, they have been, and Grace as well, they have been having ongoing battle when they were at the NCAA level. So certainly this is going to be a renewal of that battle, and it is going to be very interesting to see these ladies compete. I mean, Masai would have had the upper hand at the Olympics where she won the title. Akira did not finish, but I'm certain that drive, that inner zest and zeal from Akira will come out, and I certainly believe. And then you have a young lady, the Olympic bronze medalist from 21. She's having a fabulous season, and we're looking at her to do exceptionally well. She's 12-4 this season, you know what I mean? And she's improving. She's getting faster and faster. And of course, she is going to be a problem, especially with her start. If she can get that flying start as she normally does, then it's going to be very significant as she approach these athletes. I mean, that start normally discourage anyone. It doesn't matter who the person is. So I'm looking forward for Megan Tapper to really state her claim in this event. You know what I mean? So it is going to be very interesting for people. Yeah, man, this one is going to be nice. You get to me, I say. And as usual and as always, when these ladies line up, expect the unexpected. Yeah? And very rare you have persons, doing back-to-back. And I say it clearly, very rare. It has happened before, but very rare. So if you go by that history, then Masai might not. Then you might say, well, she might be one of those that can, continue the history of being, a winner back to back. Yeah. So it is an event that you have to look forward to. I'm looking forward to it. What say you? Peace.